Hey all, welcome back. Okay, today is, why is January sticking out in my head? I get that I'm super excited for 2021, but it is definitely not January. It's July 1st. I'm fine, I promise, everything's fine. So last week I put up a video, which was actually from the week before, but we thought we uploaded it and then realized we forgot to actually upload the video. So you got last week's video from the week prior. So this week it's technically gonna be words are hard, fall out, everything's fine. What I've done Monday, Tuesday, and somewhat of today, and what I did last week. So let's start. Oh, I actually have to flip back to June because we're in a new month now. All right, so I'm gonna show off Miss Cherry Blossom, which is perfect because I have to work on her. I am working on her for extra credit this week, I believe. Yeah, because I did, Magnificent Wizard for homework. So I used that one for 2 prompts for homework. So I am going to be using this one for a lot of the extra credits. But here's where we are. Oh, I'm so excited. I have obviously to finish the beading, but okay, she's kind of getting out of control. Okay, lean against my face. I finished up a lot of these little swirls over here from the ribbons, and I finished up a lot of the details on the edges here, and then now I'm starting to work this way into the dress. I have the bottom of the dress, which stops roughly about here-ish, and then this front ruffly part. And then the stitching is done. The stitching is done, and I'm super excited. Oh, she looks amazing. I'm not usually one to pat myself on the back, but technically all I did was follow a pattern, and it turned out really well. So she's gonna get quite a bit of stitches. I think if I remember correctly, with all the prompts, it'll be roughly about another 1,000 stitches plus-ish. So she's what I'm working on today. So that's kind of my plans. So there she's at, and I'll just put her right here so I can put her into my Q-snap and she's ready to go. I worked on Snow White. Last week was kind of a rough week for projects. Stitchy Bug just wasn't here. It just went on vacay for a minute, which is fine. It's totally fine. This is Snow White and what it's going to look like. I will try to remember to put up what the photos are going to look like. With Miss Cherry Blossom, the whole thing is pretty much stitched, so if I need to show the photo for that, let me know. But it's pretty much just more pink on the bottom and then orangish stuff on the front. With this prompt, we had to stitch on the tree, I think it was 100 stitches on the tree. So you can see where my tree is extending out from this page here that I was working on. That's literally all I did. Got 187 stitches in on that one. For Miss Cherry Blossom, the first day, oh no, I only worked on her one day last week, so 705 stitches in on her, but this one was a small, adorable 187. But hey, progress is progress. And then I also forgot that I have this in my full coverage fanatics, so I think I'm only up to like 3,000, and you need 4,000 to complete the park. So I need to put a little more extra stitchy stitches in on her. Then we went to Crazy Cat Chloe. I can't remember what the prompt was for this either. I don't remember the prompt, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm using her again on extra credit for something that's stitching up really slow. So if you remember Crazy Cat Chloe, I tried, oh, let me show you the picture first. Image is not that great because my printer was running out of ink, but it's fine. You can get the gist of the idea. When I first started this one, I thought I would give the parking method attempt a go again because my brain can't wrap around it. But I tried doing the parking method and I thought it was going great until, like, I don't know if you can see, but like there's like scattered stitches everywhere, and it's pretty much like that through the entire piece. It's extremely confetti heavy. My back is not cute. So I decided instead of staying frustrated in that section right here that I was trying to work on, I moved over to the little bowl that the cat is sitting in to get in the stitches that I needed to get in, and I got 552 stitches in. Progress is progress. I will get back to that, obviously. This is still very like, I'm just ready to cut them all off and toss them because I'm irritated by them. But that's not the point. Point is, I got some stitching in. And I think I need to get in roughly 300-ish stitches for the extra credit, I think. It's 2 or 3, I don't remember. Extra credit is usually higher than homework counts, if that makes sense. Did I fold this like that? I don't know. It's fine. I'll just fold it. Anyway, I need to fold it. It's good. Everything's fine. Then we jump on to Magnificent Wizard. So I'm going to tell you all my numbers that I put in, and we'll go from there. So on S'more, your hair is like attacking my lips. Okay. On Thursday last week, I did not get it. Sorry. It's going to drive me nuts. 377. Friday was 170. Saturday was 486. Sunday was good. I got in 717. I have to flip back to July. Please hold. All right. Monday I got in 815. Yesterday I got in 1,194. And the only reason why I think my number was that high was because a lot of it was tent stitch and it was in hand. So I would go onto my calculator, count all of it, and then divide by 2 to get my actual count. And then today I put in 492 stitches. I'm hoping I might have to try to outsmart that. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I mostly worked on the bottom. You guys know what the top looks like. I got in a lot down at the bottom. A lot. Super excited. I got the clouds filled in. Okay, let me just explain something real quick because I was talking to Zakia about it and I was like ready to rip this thing up. So down here at the bottom, there's a lot of like 3-strand, 4-strand, blended strands, single strands, and somehow like these purples that are in here, it's all the same color, but there's 2 symbols because one of them is a half stitch with 2 threads and the other symbol is a full cross 2 threads. I misread it. So I ended up having to like go back. So I half cross stitched it and then had to go back and like, so I don't know how to explain it. Half stitch, right? I had my stitches going in the direction of the way the top of my legs are going for the rest of the pattern. I had to go through every single one and go underneath the stitch to complete it. I did that with 2 different symbols. And then come to find out, can you see the pretty puffy white that's here and here? That's with 3 strands of white. It's also supposed to be in the center here to make that super puffy. And somehow I miscounted. And I did 3 half stitch. Yeah, it looks like 3 strands, half stitch instead of full stitch. So obviously you can see the difference between this and this. So now I have to go back under the white here and cross the under part of the leg to make it a full cross. Tell you what though, I've learned to pay attention and not to work on it when I'm half asleep. So, but tons of progress in on this one. Because this is my stitch it to finish it project right now. And then it'll be Miss Cherry Blossom. So I can officially put that one away right now. The rest of this week is, because my homework assignments are done. There were only 2 prompts this week, and I used both of them with Magnificent Wizard. So everything else this week is going to be focused on extra credit, so that way I can get it done and out of the way. And Magnificent Wizard was for one of the extra credits, and I think Crazy Cat Chloe is for one of them. And I think there's 3 more extra prompts, and then you watch your movie. So 6 altogether. And I'm using Miss Cherry Blossom for all the 4 that I have left, other than Crazy Cat Chloe. So that's my plans for the rest of this week. Try to keep it simple. But let's talk some stuff. That only took 10 minutes. Okay, fantastic. So we've got a lot of stuff. So everyone is on this whole, I'm going to start all the things, and in 2021 we're going to do no new starts and all the fun stuff. And I almost gave in. I almost gave in, y'all. I almost said, maybe I'll just start everything now and do the 2021 no new starts with everyone else. And luckily for me, I have a really good friend named Zakia, Ladywing Designs, here on Floss Tube. I'll try to remember to link her down below, and if I do this a few times, maybe we'll catch it and I'll remember. But I was talking to her about it and realized, you know what? It's July 1st. And I haven't had a single new start. I haven't had the desire to start anything new. So I'm going to keep going with my plan. And in 2021, when everybody else is doing the whole no new starts, and I was feeling super left out this year because I wanted to start all the things, I already told myself that I wasn't going to start all the things. I'm going to start all the things. So next year is not only going to be a crazy start like every piece of stash I own type of year. Can you hear her? That would be my cat. Her name is S'more, if you're new. Holy cow, we're 11 minutes in. First off, Floss Tube. Oh, jeez. The husband's gonna smack me. I feel it. I feel it. What Floss Tube number are we even on? I didn't even introduce myself. Floss Tube 46. I'm Amy, and this is my world of crazy, obviously. Because I just literally jumped right in. Here we go. The cat made me completely lose train of thought. Okay, so it's getting hot. I live in Arizona. And yesterday was kind of nice. It was 98. But we're hitting the triple digits with the middle number not staying a 0. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting warm. And the bugs from the outside are coming to the inside. And I think there's one inside the wall in my bathroom because S'more keeps yelling at one particular wall in the exact same spot nightly and now daily. I don't know if y'all heard her meow a few minutes ago, but she literally looks like she's losing her mind because she's talking to walls. Hopefully she's laying down in the bathtub, just chilling to cool off. So, anyways, I'm Amy. Welcome to my world of crazy. Thank you to all of you who are new and those who continue to follow because holy cow, obviously I don't know what I'm doing. Said that since day one. I was going somewhere with all this. Oh, so in preparation for next year, for all the madness that's about to happen and all the BAPs, and when I say BAPs, I mean all the BAPs. And I'm super, super appreciative and grateful and just, I couldn't have asked for a better partner in life because my husband is being so understanding about it and all the chaos that I'm about to cause. To the point where Michelle Sayetta from Heaven and Earth Designs put up 2 new releases from Amy Stewart. And when I first started my journey, thought, wow, Amy Stewart stuff is so beautiful, but it's so massive. I would probably never stitch one. And now I have Once Upon a Fairy Tale bookshelf. Because as much as I love the bookshelves, I never thought that I would stitch one until, add medieval and fairy tale to it. Apparently that's right up my alley and I have to have it because I just have to. She put out this one, I can't remember the full name of it, something Tiki something. And it literally looks like a Hawaiian beach themed. My husband and I went to Hawaii for our honeymoon and we were at Waikiki Resort and we were on Waikiki Beach. I forgot what the actual resort name was. Wyndham? It doesn't matter. Not the point. Point is, when we came down from the elevators, you could turn left and you would see like the gift shops and the pool, and then you'd get onto the main street to, you know, walk wherever it was that you were going to go. Or you could go to the right, and then there was like a little walkway, and then if you turned left, there was the restaurant that they had there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And all you literally had to do was like take 3 steps out and you were on the beach, and it was glorious and amazing. We'd never eaten at a restaurant where when you're eating your food, if something drops, there's going to be a bird coming for it. There's like, because there's no windows, everything's just out in the open. Don't pick up your mess on the floor. The birds got it. They got it under control. But this tiki one by Amy Stewart that Heaven and Earth Designs, also known as Hade, just put out, I showed it to my husband. I had no intention of stitching it. My husband was like, dude, that is badass. You're stitching that one. And I went, oh, sweet. I'm not mad about it. I'm totally here for it. Because his office is beach themed. And he has a tiki mask in his office. So it just seemed like it was kind of a I have to type thing. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get another Amy Stewart. I'm waiting for a sale though. I'm trying to be a little cautious about, I don't know what the right word was there. I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm trying to be a little, if I can save a penny type thing, because y'all, when you see the haul that's going to start rolling in, y'all are going to think I won the lottery. I didn't. It's not what happened. What happened is we're not going out anymore. We're not spending money on gas. My husband's not driving an hour to work and an hour and a half back because of traffic. Like, we're literally just staying home. We're staying home. So we've both been, oh, I kind of want this. Do-do-do. Buy it on the internet. Speaking of, so we got an email. Let's go into life stuff. Let's just go into all the random stuff that happens in my world, because this is how my brain works. We get an email yesterday, day before, somewhere in there, saying, hey, you know, you have students that are preparing to come back on July 22nd. We need to know if you're going to do online schooling for the first quarter or if you're going to do like in-person schooling, because they kind of need to know where they need to stand, right? And the husband and I talked about it, and I was like, to be honest, like, I kind of feel like the first quarter we should just stay with the at-home schooling until we see that the numbers are starting to decrease. Because lucky for us, we live in Arizona, and apparently Arizona is in like the top 5 category of states where numbers are still increasing by a horrible amount on a daily basis. I think it had to have been on Monday, because I actually looked up, because I can't keep watching the numbers. But because I was looking at the news feed to find out what was going on with the whole school thing, I think that on Monday they reported another like 643 cases, but it didn't include a certain area because they didn't get their numbers in on time to count for Monday's numbers, so they're going to go towards Tuesday numbers. It's like 643. Don't quote me, because I'm not 100% if that's the actual correct number. I just remember the first number being 6, and that just terrifies me. Like, if we're growing by 600 on the daily, something's not right. It's just festering. It's just making friends with everybody, and nobody wants to be friends with it. Which was kind of funny, because everyone was like, oh, Arizona should be one of the first ones out because it's super duper hot and this virus doesn't like heat. Apparently we were sadly mistaken, because we added heat to the mix and it just was like throwing water on a gremlin after midnight, just everywhere. So we don't leave the house unless we absolutely have to. I've made masks for everybody, and my husband, the poor guy, because he's hard of hearing, he reads lips, so he's having a hard time like going to the grocery store, and just because everyone's wearing a mask, he can't read the lips to see or hear what they're saying. Everything just sounds muffled. So that's been kind of frustrating. So we're just pretty much just not leaving the house. The husband has been told stay home until further notice, because his not corporate office, but like the main, whatever you want to call that, is in Chicago, I think. And their numbers aren't doing so great either, so they're on everybody work from home type basis, so everybody out here is work from home. And I kind of have a feeling that it's just going to be a permanent thing, which would in a way be kind of nice. Like, kind of enjoyed having him home, and we married each other because we promised to annoy each other for the rest of our lives, and we're doing great. So there's that. As for haul, oh, let me show you. Let's try again. I made a project bag. Now this one's small because the fabric that I ordered from Amazon was not measured correctly, which is fine. It works. This thing has both my heads in it. Dragonkin and Mother of Dragons is in it. So I'm going to make a few more on this size because a lot of my heads that I'm going to start next year are like this, and they're all on my tablet. So I don't have a pattern to keep with it. I literally just need to keep my fabric safe. I have to work on my zippers because this inner part right here, I keep getting it too high up and it keeps getting caught on the inside. This one I actually didn't do too bad with. I'm pretty proud. It actually like zips close and opens with no issues. The other ones I had to cut a little bit of fabric off to, you know, make it work, but I made a bag and it's holding up. I'm pretty excited. So there's my first one. I will show you this one, which has the other project in it that I haven't started, but I'm super excited because I talked to Zakia a lot. We do a lot of Zooming. But I made this bag. And I like my bags longer with the zipper on top. Now this one I had to cut a little bit of fabric off. I don't know if you guys can see that. I had to chop that off because it was too close to the zipper and it kept getting caught. But it's fine. I'm learning. Is this one that has a stable? Yeah. I don't know if you also can see that because I think it's, and I'm going to keep this bag for as long as it'll let me keep it because it's a learning process. That fabric is supposed to be white. It may look white, but that's the stabilizing fabric that's supposed to be on the inside. I flipped the fabric the wrong way. It's fine. I'm keeping it anyway. But this one holds this, which is Jewels of the Orient, which was sent to me by the beautiful Shelly from Shelly Key X Stitch. I always say her name wrong, and I'm so sorry. This one was one that y'all helped me out a lot with because I was a little concerned about the fabric and whether or not I'm going to run out of floss, and apparently my floss thingies are all up in the way now. Okay. I'm going to use Be Stitch Me's Hibiscus. It was June 2020's fabric of the month. I'm going to use this for my fabric. And I actually sat down and just went through the entire list with the DMC conversion on the interwebs and wrote down all the DMC numbers. Don't know when I'm going to restart this because technically this isn't a new start because it was already started. I'm just restarting it on a fabric that I prefer to use. But I'm super excited. I think I can make them a little bit shorter. But my thing is though, is that I didn't want my see, I don't know if you guys can see how close that is. Yeah. So like it's super close to the top. So I wanted to make sure I had enough room without like zipping the paper in the way. So I think I'm just going to keep them this long. I don't know. I think I cut this one out 15 by 17-ish. Somewhere in there. I don't know. I still have a lot to learn. There's a wrinkle because the stabilizer, it doesn't matter. There's a lot to learn and I'm okay with it. I'm all right. But I need to start working on some project bags because holy cajoli, next year I'm going to need a lot. A lot, people. Here's the other project bag that I made. And I accidentally cut this one too wide. So if you look at the two of these, they're the same height. So I got the height part down, kind of, if I hold them together. The height part is right. The width, however, is not. But it's fine. I think I did a shorter seam allowance. I have so much to learn. Hello. Why am I having issues? It's 2 bags for crying out loud. I think I did a shorter seam allowance on this one than I did this one. So more of the seam is on the inside than this one is. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Hopefully I'm speaking some English because I need to learn the words. This bag right now is holding my haul. Now, when I say it's holding my haul, please keep in mind that I'm a bad floss tuber and I don't remember to share these things like ever. So remember last week, y'all watched that video and I kept looking around going, what am I forgetting? I am forgetting something. That is because I had charts in here, because you notice today I went in here to pull out projects. I put them in here so I wouldn't forget, but then for some reason when I did the video, I put my projects over there on my chair. So then I forgot to look back over here to see the new charts. Anyways, it's a lot of haul, but it's been over like the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I can promise you it's not the end of it. There's so much more coming. So we'll start with the Goodwill haul. Let's start there, because it's exciting, but not super exciting. I got tubes and tubes of 14 and 18 count Aida. Cream, white, this one's like a pinky mauve color. This one I think is super cool. I don't know what I'm going to put on that, but it looks perfect for like an Easter baby something or other. And then this one has glitter. Not glitter. Like, is that considered opalescent? I don't know. It's gold. But anyways, I got these because, you know, my kids might someday get interested. They were $2.50 a piece. And when I took them up to the front, the lady was like, oh, I know exactly where you found those. I was like, sorry. She's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, sorry. I took them. I got them all. I'm sorry. She grabbed them when he had the chance. I was not leaving that behind. So, 8 rolls for 20 bucks and then coupon, because, you know. So, I also use a lot of 14 count when I do the teacher wreaths, when I stitch out their names for the wreaths or whatever. This was my first time ordering from this company. I don't even want, I don't know how to say it. Kokoek? I don't know. Koekoek. It's a Dutch company. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the name of the lady. I'm sorry. I can't read it. This is the name right here. Oh, focus. I don't know the name. But it came in this beautiful package, and this is 32 count even weave linen. Kind of feel like that's not correct, but I feel like it's more of a linen than it is an even weave. Is there such a thing as even weave linen? I don't know. I feel like we've discussed this before, but I can see in there that there's like, these ones are a little bit thicker, and down here, so I'm guessing it's more of a linen. But it's fine. I'm still totally going to use this, and you're going to find out what I'm using it for. I should probably write it down somewhere exactly what size it is, because it doesn't say it on my order. But I ordered that, and like I said, it's a Dutch company. I found them on Etsy. Pretty sure it was Etsy. So do y'all remember way back when I was doing a giveaway and I said for you to tell me what your dream project is? And a lot of you kept coming up with chatelaines. And I kept thinking to myself, the chatelaines are beautiful. They are amazing, and they are a ton of work I can't even begin to imagine. And my brain went, why don't you just go take a look? There's nothing in there that you want to stitch. They're beautiful, and I appreciate them, and I have a huge amount of respect for them, because holy crap, that's a lot of work. And then this happened. Can you all see that? Let me just take this out of the bag for you. Because as much as I love y'all, I'm blaming you for helping me find the one chatelaine that I want to do. Because it's gorgeous. It's called the Japanese Garden Mandala. And I'm going to stitch it on black. Did anybody else just laugh out loud? Because I talk about being on a struggle bus. Y'all, there are stitches in here, not to say that I'm experienced or like I know everything. What the heck did I just get myself into? Let's talk about this for just a minute, can we? Please? Because I'm freaking out. Not yet though, because I'm not starting it. I'm not going to show you the chart. Oh, that's just the DMC numbers. Y'all. Okay, do you see this? This is instructions. Road stitches, sheath stitches, diamond eyelet I think I've heard of, Algerian eyelet I've definitely heard of, queen stitches, small diamond eyelet stitches, I'm guessing that's just the same as a diamond. I've heard of satin stitches, I've heard of Jessica stitches, detached lazy daisies. Octagon, why can I not speak? It's an octagon. Roads. Diamond stitch without eyelet. Like, I have to study before I can start this, because I need to know what everything means. This is definitely one of those projects that I will be starting in the middle. I'm super appreciative of this though, because I think it's okay if I show you this. They give you pictures of like, sorry, that's my alarm that says, hey, call your friend. There's beautiful pictures in here that show you like what things are supposed to look like. So with this one, I thought about doing the DMC. And then I thought, and I think I can honestly say this, especially like right now, this will probably be the only shadow lane I ever do. I looked at all of the other ones that I could find. This is the only one that appealed to me. So this is my lifetime shadow lane project, and I will probably, again, I say this again, without the word never, this is probably the only one I'll ever do. So I happened to look online and I ordered the kit. It's coming from, I believe, the UK. So I'm waiting for them, like they've got my order, but they have to make sure they have all the parts to the order. I ordered the kit without fabric because the fabric they have was antique linen, I think, and I didn't want it on white. I've seen this stitched on black, and that's the reason, that's what made me fall for it, was seeing it on black. Not that it being on white isn't gorgeous, but the way it pops on the black is the reason why I was attracted to it and why I'm gonna stitch it, apparently. So there you go. Shadow lane, one and done. Never say never, but one and done. One and done. Okay. We also got this one. We have a nice little room downstairs that we're gonna turn into a music room. And the hubby saw this one because, well, I picked it and put it on my wish list, and I picked it with the intention of stitching it for him anyway. So we were kind of hoping for an 80s one, but there isn't. There's like no other one of these. It's just the 70s, and it's by Imaginating. I almost said Imagineering. I'm reading the Kingdom Keepers. Anyways. From Imaginating. So, and this chart's a little funky too, but because there's like a half on the one page and then there's a middle on the other page, so technically you have two middles. I don't know, I'll figure it out. It's fine, everything's fine. So I ordered the shadow lane, and I told the hubby, I put everything I wanted on a wish list. I said, you pick something out because I'm doing the shadow lane. So he picked out that one, and then he was like, okay, feel free to pick out one more, because you know, patterns can't travel alone, right? And I was like, I just went through and put all this stuff on a wish list. I don't know which one I want them all. So he's like, okay, fine. So he takes the phone back and he goes, I kind of feel like you need something a little small, just at least one small project for next year. So he picked this one, just super cute, and I want to stitch them all. It is, and I don't know how to pronounce this company either. It's, I believe, French. Whatever that means. I'm sure one of you lovelies will know. Or like this designer name down here. I'm willing to know where my faults are, and my faults are in name pronunciation. I can't. But it's Mulan, and Mulan is one of my favorites. I also like Pocahontas, but that's not the point. I don't think there was a Pocahontas one. I kind of need to work on that. And then, y'all know I got Princess Elena. And I'm going to stitch her on Be Stitch Me's Ocean Blue 32 count, I believe. I want to say it's an even weave. It could be a linen. I don't know. I don't remember. It's in there. So next year it's all going to be 25 count Easy Grid Lugana, 28 count Easy Grid Lugana, which we'll get to that in just a moment, or Be Stitch Me fabrics. Like, everything is just going to be Be Stitch Me fabrics. I also, oh, I did not plan that out well at all, did I? Here I was thinking I was going to flash you the picture. I did not. I went to Stitch and Frog, and I will, if I can, there you go. That right there. Stitch and Frog with the ampersand sign. Words, man. Words are difficult. This is why I can't not make videos every week, because words. I don't talk to people. Anyways, I did the pre-order. And so, got the bead pack. The colors in this are just, are you kidding me? Hello. This fell over. That's fine. I don't care. It's like, oh, this one just gets me. Just gets me. I have my first water lilies. Karen water lilies. It's called Tequila Sunrise. Perfect. One of my husband's favorite drinks. First time I've, man, these are so super soft. Stop petting it. Okay. I have to lecture at myself every once in a while. But this one is called Miss Dancing Flower. And I think she is going to be a gorgeous companion piece to Princess Eliana. And the best part is they're facing each other. So she's looking this way and Princess Eliana is looking that way. And I think they're going to be gorgeous. And I kind of feel like I'm going to put her on the one side of Miss Cherry Blossom, Princess Eliana on the other side. So it'll look like they're both looking at Miss Cherry Blossom. I think it's going to be perfect. And see, again, never thought I was going to be a big Mira fan. Here we go. There's only one Mira that I was ever like, I really want this. And it is Lady of the Flag. Still can't find her. Still not paying $180 for her. She will get to me when the time is right, and she's supposed to get to me. So, there's that. I do have the fabric for it, though. No, I'm pretty sure I put that in my drawer, because if not, I'm going to go into panic mode. Okay, last thing. This is Victorian Motto. I got my June in. May is still somewhere. I'm a little disappointed. And I get where Victorian Motto is coming from, but basically the answer and response was, I just have to wait until it decides to show up. So no refund, no, I have to wait for it to show up. That was pretty much the response I got. But I got June's Hint of Brown. That's actually more of a khaki color. Let me see if that's more true. Yeah. So Hint of Brown. Don't know if I'll need this. Lemon Frosty. That's pretty. That's got a slight variation to it. Dusty Green. Prim Evergreen. And I have plans for this one. I'll explain that in just a minute, also with haul. Pale Pumpkin. That's a really pretty orange. I was looking over at my Smooth Mango. This is just a little bit duller than Smooth Mango. Smooth Mango is a little bit brighter. French Rose. This one's pretty. Ooh, it is not that bright. Does that dull that down just a hair? Because, ooh, that came up hot. It's not that hot. It's close though. It's very close to being that hot. Lime Ice. That one's also coming up super bright. It is not that bright. Dude, colors, what are you doing? There we go. That's a little closer to it. It's not as hot as it was coming up. Blush peach. Let's keep it back here. There we go. Kind of wanted to show y'all up close, but no, there we go. That one works. Okay, so maybe if I just keep my hand there. This is Garden Greens. No, that's way too bright. Nope, take it back. Take it back. Take it back a notch. Pull a Michelle. That's still showing up a little bit brighter. It's fine. Copper Ladle. Whoa. That one's more of a orangey color. No, that's more true. I don't know what it was doing before. That and that. That is more true to color. Up here. I don't know what's going on. Sun's all weird. It's hot. Red Currant. I love... Again, that's too bright, man. It's too bright. Nope, that's even brighter. Try this. Give it one more go. Not really. It's fine. There's something in it. Please hold. Why is there like a... Okay. It's fine. Red Currant and Purple Dungeon. I freaking love this color. I love this color a lot. Don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's fine. Building a stash. Building a stash for next year because I'm going to need it all. This Prim I'm going to use for another project that I have, and now I can set those off to the side so I can hole punch them and put them on my rings. Because I bought more patterns off of Etsy and off of the things because of the things. So one of the ones that I got, because I was talking about how I don't have any patriotic pieces, and I'm gonna stitch this one, and it's gonna be, I think, one of my biggest challenges yet, because I'm gonna make it itty bitty. I'm gonna stitch it on 32 or 36. Please hold. Nope, wrong drawer. Hold on. I'm gonna stitch this on 32 count vintage country mocha Lugana fabric 1/1. It's gonna be little, and I am not gonna have a lot of wiggle room because this is 18 by 27, and I think it's gonna be like 26 by 17. So I'm gonna leave myself about an inch border, which is, it's fine. I'll just sew fabric to the edge of it in order to frame it. That is what it's going on. I ordered Cupid, which is coming in. I ordered Ecru, and I'm going to be using True Wild Indigo for my blue. It is not that bright, y'all. Nope. It's not that bright. I promise. But I think that that's going to be those are going to be my 3 colors. So I have a box of 12 Ecru that are coming to me, and the pattern calls for 9 Cupids. So I went ahead and just bought them all at once, so that way I know the dye lot isn't going to change. And if Vicky by chance watches me, I'm so sorry. Vicky Stitch In Button, she's apparently the reason why there's no Cupid, and now it's my turn. But I promise it's only going to be the one time. So, but One Nation, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, is this one right here. And I was born in Nevada, so Las Vegas, Nevada. And Las Vegas, well, not Las Vegas, but Nevada is known as the Silver State. So I'm going to look for Silver Krynic, Silver Etoile. I'm not quite sure yet, but I want to put Nevada in silver because that's where I'm from. Not quite sure if my hubby wants to put his state in a specific color. I know this sounds terrible, but I always get confused whether it was California or Arizona. I'm 98% sure he was born in California, raised in Arizona. Let's make that like 95% sure. Doesn't matter. He'll tell me later. But if he wants me to change his state, then I can do that too. So, and then I was also thinking of changing Arizona because my older girls were both born in Arizona. My kids were both born in Vegas. So the 3 of us just represent Nevada. And then my husband can I don't know. It might be too much. I think I'm just going to stick with Nevada because that's where we all met. That's where our lives kind of started together. So that's One Nation. I got that on an Etsy store. PDF pattern. Thank goodness. And did I throw this one in? I don't think so. Just kidding. I did not. This one is not on Pattern Keeper. The next one, I'm going to kind of blame Erin. 2 Martini Stitcher. does not watch my videos. I'm 98% sure. But it's cool because I love her to bits, and I'm calling her out because I binge watch her, so I'm all caught up now to like. But she kept talking. Whoa, earthquake! My bad, dude. My bad. We're not in Cali. We do not need that to be happening. Everybody cool? Okay. When I first started watching Erin, she kept talking about this project that she was working on, and it was just this huge white with the green words, and it says, "Welcome, everything is fine." Now keep in mind, I started watching her after I started, and I know a lot of people are saying it too. It's not just me. It's not my, like, it's not copywritten. But the whole, it's fine, everything is fine type thing. And I'm like, oh, where did that pattern come from? Why would someone make that? Is that something new? Like, what's going on? She kept talking about this TV show called The Good Place. I'm like, I have no idea what this is. Never heard of it. It's fine. I don't need to know what it is. I kind of just want to stitch welcome everything is fine because that's been like my mantra for the year. And then like a couple weeks after I listened to Erin, the husband comes over and he's like, hey, I've been watching this show called The Good Place. And I'm like, what? You too? What? What is this show? I need to know. So I wasn't really interested. I was too busy binge watching like all sorts of people, which I'll name drop here in a minute. And one night, you know, because nothing's being recorded now, the husband and I were kind of like, well, we don't really have anything to watch because we don't have anything pre-recorded. Our TV shows have all ended, which would have happened anyway. It's summertime. That's what happens. So I was like, well, let's watch this. He's like, you want to watch The Good Place? I'm like, wait, you want to watch it again? Because he's already finished it. He's like, yeah, I'd watch it again with you. I'm like, okay, cool. We're like on season 2, and I'm like, Erin, I get it. But I didn't want just the welcome everything's fine. Like, if you've never watched The Good Place, highly recommended. It's basically about these 4 people who die and go to the good place. And in the good place, you can't say anything bad. So there's no cursing allowed. But the word fork gets used a lot. So I found a sampler that welcome everything is fine. That's kind of what Erin stitched, but it has a lot of the quotes from the show on there. But the only one that is missing is, and I have to say it in my head for a minute in order to say it correctly. Instead of saying normal people, it's pormal. What was it? I don't remember it now. See, this is why I should write stuff down. It's going to drive me nuts. And as soon as I stop recording, I'm going to remember what it was. Anyways, I'm going to try to find a spot to figure that in somewhere where there's space. Because I feel like I need to add that specific phrase in there. What was it? Hormal neeple or something like that. Instead of saying normal people, they flipped the N and the P. I forgot exactly what it sounded like because now I can't hear it. Anyways, I'm going to add that to that. So that's going to go on a Be Stitch Me fabric for sure, but I'm going to let the hubby pick it out. I'm thinking maybe like a sky blue for the background because if you watch the show, a lot of stuff involves the sky. So kind of thinking that. And then, if my tablet will cooperate, I can't remember if I showed this one or not. But Michelle Bendy Stitchy is stitching this one, and I think he's freaking adorable, so I'm going for it too. If I go this way. This is Mini Cletus. I don't know what y'all consider a BAP. Kind of curious. If you have a specific number that your patterns have to hit in order to qualify as a BAP, tell me what those numbers are. This one's 325 by 325, and I kind of feel like it's still a BAP. It's full coverage. Kind of feel like that's still a BAP, even though it's a mini, and it's a quarter of the size of my smallest, largest project. I still feel like it's a BAP. Chatelaine, I think, is also like 325, 350 something by 350 or something like that. Perfect square. Mandala, of course. Anyways, well, no, because some mandalas are round. I feel like that's correct. I could be wrong. It's happened before. So those are the patterns that I've purchased. There's more coming. I'm waiting for the sale from Hade. I was going to say Heaven and Earth Designs, but it's the same thing. Because I'm going to get Mulan, but I'm going to do the mini, not the full size. I don't need a full size. So I'm going to get the mini Mulan, the Tiki, which is full coverage. I can't remember if that one's max color or not. I don't think it's max color. And then I think there were two more small ones that I plan on getting, but I don't remember now because, you know, I don't write stuff down. And it's kind of a good thing because then I forget about it and then I don't order it. Again, I still have quite a bit of stuff that's coming in. I'm still waiting on my kit for the Shadow Lane to come in, and they said 6 to 8 weeks just for them to get the stuff. That doesn't include shipping time, so as long as it gets here before Christmas, I'm cool. My May floss, which is somewhere, I don't even know. For all I know, one of my neighbors have it, and I'm just SOL or something. I don't know. I totally disappointed because they have great customer service. Great customer service. They have been on top of it, giving us information every step of the way, letting us know what's going on. And so that's why I don't freak out when my floss that I paid for a month ago arrives today. But I literally have a package missing. And I'm being told just to continue to be patient, because it took someone else 2 months to get theirs. So I'm just going to continue to be patient, and we'll just take it from there. So some of the people that I binged watched over the last couple of months, because again, I don't write names down because I'm a jerk. So here we go. Darvanalee Design Studio with Nicole Reed. I'm sure a lot of you might know who she is. She was completely new to me. I actually found her because I was looking for a tutorial on how to sew a bag. And she has a fantastic tutorial. Unfortunately, my zippers are this big, and I need zippers that are like this big so I have wiggle room. So the next round of zippers that I order, I'm going to make sure I order them larger now that I know I can cut them off, and then I can make the bags the way she makes them. She is freaking she's a sweetheart. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever want to make her mad, but I was watching her video and I started to try to make one of the bags, and again I realized that my zipper is too small. There was an issue. Anyways, I was like, you know, if I can learn a rhythm and get good at making these, I might think about selling them, but it's her pattern. So I didn't know if I needed to pay her for the pattern, or if could I not sell the bags because it was based off her pattern? I have a major guilt complex, and so I felt bad that I watched this video for free, and then I could possibly make a profit off of it someday when I get good at making them. And she was like, no, hun, go ahead. If you make them, sell them. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'm like, holy crap. That was the nicest thing anyone could have ever said. That's awesome. Thank you. So now I'm trying to learn. But again, I need to get longer zippers because I thought you bought the zippers the size of... Video just chopped. It's cool. I thought you had to buy the zipper the size of the bag. I almost hit myself in the face. Did y'all see that? I thought you had to buy the zipper the size of the bag. And the way she does them, she extends by 3 inches on each side. So when you go to sew the bag, the zipper can open and you have room to sew the zipper on both sides. You have to watch the video for it to make sense if you're interested. Phenomenal teacher. She does a lot of quilting. She's gotten into, and then when she had mentioned that she was making the bag for cross stitch, I was like, whoa, wait, what? So then I went to her channel and I found all of her Floss Tube videos, and I've literally just binged them all. So caught up with her, a little sad because I watched her video today that she put up today, which means now I have to wait 2 weeks. Possibly. She might do them weekly. I'm not quite sure where she's at, but dang it. It's how I felt about with Vicky with Stitch and Button. I watched all of her videos back to back, and now I'm like, now I have to wait. Damn, that sucks. It's fine. Fine. I'll just be patient. Found a couple of male stitchers. One of them is Darren, the Dizzy Stitcher. I could just listen to him talk. Him and Nicole Reed, both in Australia. I could just listen to them talk all day. Darren just put up his first stitch with me because he's trying to figure out his groove and how he wants to do them. And And he's doing such amazing projects. A lot of them involve animals, like tigers and lions, and the one that he's doing, I think for his, I can't remember if it's his brother or brother-in-law with the deer. It's beautiful. Lots of large projects. Mostly full coverage from what I can recall. I think it's mostly full coverage. And then there's Matt, who is M as in Matt, BC Stitcher. He has a couple floss tubes up. And Darren and Matt are both new. Nicole Reed has like 1 million videos. And I'm half tempted just to go watch them all, to go learn all the things. I have no intention ever of quilting. Kind of. I want to make a memory blanket from my mom's t-shirts, but that's like as close as I want to get to quilting. I have no interest in quilting. I live in 120 degree temperatures. I do not need a quilt. But yeah, so much to learn. Matt is also kind of newish. I want to say he's up to like 5 or 6, possibly 7-ish. And I think Darren's up to like 9. I think they roughly started at like the same time. I found them both at the same time, if that counts. So Matt, MBC Stitcher, he does a lot of just different varieties. Full coverage, mirrors, geometric, like he's all over the place and I'm so loving it. And then a lot of you know Dina, who's half stitch, cross stitch. I can never say that name quickly. Totally just binge watch her. Absolutely loved watching her progress. And it was kind of funny because when I found her, I started watching her videos from when I found her, and then went, I really need to see her journey and like the beginning process. So I went back to the beginning and I'm like, oh yeah, I know that in a year from now you finished that. I know that in 6 months from now that'll be framed behind you. So it was really cool to kind of go back from the beginning and just kind of watch. And then right now I'm actually watching Clareity. It was beautiful Clareity, recommended to me by Zakia. And I've been hanging out with her for a little bit. I'm on Floss Tube number 14, it looks like. And yeah, just getting to know her and hanging out with her and totally relating with the whole anxiety and issues and things that need to be perfect that are not perfect right now, especially timing of right now. So, books that I've been reading. I finished As Old as Time, and which that's part of the Twisted series. So if you like different versions of Disney books, As Old as Time is about Beauty and the Beast, and you go through and you find out through the story. It tells you right on the cover, so it's not like I'm giving anything away. This is the reason why I can't talk about books, because I give too much away, because I get so excited. Basically, the person who enchanted the Beast and the castle was Belle's mother. And that's the story. That's where it starts from. So that was interesting. The Twisted series I thought was something that maybe I could read with my kids. And after reading the Aladdin version, oh shoot, there was another one in there. Tale as Old as Time, or As Old as Time. I keep saying Tale, and it's not. It's As Old as Time. Now I'm reading Reflection, which is Mulan. I'm missing one in there. Am I? Pretty sure I'm on book 4. I don't know. Memory. Don't have one. Some of these get a little dark. They get a little, it's kind of like watching The Wizard of Oz and then reading the original Wizard of Oz and realizing the only thing they have in common are names. Everything else is very different. So, probably not a series I'll let my kids read anytime soon. Maybe when they get a little bit older. Maybe. We'll see. I also finished Black Echo by Michael Connelly. Watched the Bosch series on Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime member, and it was on there, and I was like, oh, I like detective shows, so I started watching it, and then I found out that it was like based on a real detective's life, because Michael Connelly used to be a journalist, and so he basically wrote a whole like 23 books or something like that. I don't even know if they're still going. And he just wrote a ton of books, and I love the Bosch series that I watched. So I'm kind of like, well, I want to read the books to see how different they were, like what got left in, what got left out, you know what I mean? And so, and the cool thing is that like at the end of the book, Michael kind of gives you a little glimpse of, we were going to use this part in the movie, in the show, but we decided to wait until X episode so it would all flow better or whatever, however they wanted to make it work. Right now I'm reading Reflection. The audiobook I'm listening to is Dance with Dragons, and I'm reading Kingdom Keeper #4 for Magical Stitches. So Kingdom Keeper is my coffee book that I read for the hour in the morning. Dance with Dragons is my listen to when the children go to bed and I just kind of need to not hear anything else, but just listen on one solid voice. And Reflection was what I read when I'm actually in bed until I fall asleep. So there's that. That was a lot. We're at an hour, people. An hour. That was a lot. So I'm just going to put all my goodie stash stuff right back into here so nothing gets lost or bent or any of the above. I have, oh, speaking of, one of you lovelies, and if I could remember your name, I would say it, but I can't because it's an, not an Instagram name. Is it Instagram? It's either Instagram or Facebook. I've been talking to a lot of you on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll have to forgive me because I don't have a memory. I have cracked, which means I can't remember an F-bomb thing. So, one of you mentioned, oh my gosh, have you seen Pandemic? And I made a comment saying, saw it, not really a long dog sampler type person, you know, kind of like the Shadowlane. And they were like, yeah, but you know, you should download it anyway, just in case down the road you decide you do like it. It's free right now. It's not free now. Don't go running over there. It's not free. They did it free for a week. I think it ended like on the 26th or something. It was last week, week before. Don't go running and looking for it. I think you can purchase it, but I'm not sure. So I thought, you know what? You're not wrong. Maybe I should just go download it. So I was talking to the hubby about it. I was like, you know, I think if I were to do this long dog sampler, it would have to be buck wild. It would have to be the craziest of colors just so every time I look at it, I can remind myself and go, that was the craziest year I've ever survived. Because I made a comment last year that nothing could ever be worse because I lost my mom last year. Matter of fact, we're getting ready to come up on her 1-year celebration on the 17th. And I thought, I can only lose my mom once. Nothing can top that, right? Have y'all seen this year? Because this year wins, like hands down. Like if you've ever heard me talk about my mom or try to describe my relationship with my mother, it wasn't the strongest relationship. I was always her mom. And a lot of it just had to do with the fact that she was uneducated. She never really learned the American culture. She was born and raised in Tokyo, Japan. And I am, as horrible as it may sound, I am forever grateful that she passed on her own terms last year. Because had she passed this year, she would not have understood why I couldn't go to visit her. She was living in a group home. Why the kids and I couldn't go see her. She wouldn't have understood. So I'm humbled and grateful that she passed in her time, in her own way, and it was before all of this stuff that's happening this year. Again, not using this as a platform to talk about anything that's happening, but y'all know, like I know, this world is knucking futz. All I can say to that. So, here's the game plan. I downloaded Pandemic for free. I went straight on to bestitchme.com. I bought the color Phoenix. Y'all, when you see this, you're going to look at me and go, are you sure? Because I think you've lost your mind. You're right. I have totally lost it. Did you see how many BAPs are coming next year? I mean, I'm just saying. Did you see how many starts I have planned? I don't know what I'm doing to my tablet, but it's not turning off. Nuts. I'm nuts. Here's what happened. Talked to the husband, and I was like, I honestly think if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be absolute insanity, and I'm just gonna go for it. And here's what I chose. As soon as I can get this to work with me. Nope. Just kidding. This one? Yep. Okay. I went to Be Stitch Me Fabrics, and I chose the color Phoenix. Yes. Phoenix. Okay. Believe I ordered that as a 22 count. I'm praying to the stitchy gods that I ordered it as a 22 count and that they know where my May floss is. hoping that the Stitchy gods will answer that. So keep that in mind. Nice neon orange, bright red. Yeah? Cool. Then I decided I'm going to order 100 yards of her Evil Queen silk. Yes. That's what I'm stitching it with. 1/1 Evil Queen silk. And my husband was like, you know what? Even better because of the Phoenix Suns. It's their colors. So guess what I'm stitching next year? My first long dog. Because that's happening. It's going to be my, hey, I survived. So there's that. Yeah. If you've made it this far, you're freaking amazing. And I'm going to do one last thing and get out of your hair. I'm going to show off my nails. This is Flag Your It. And the thumb is actually different. So let me show you the thumb. It's a little flag. This is by far my favorite set. I would show you Flag Time Gal, but I can't. If you're on my VIP group, you've seen them. And there was a whole kerfuffle that happened. Where did I put the other? Hello. Jeez Louise. There was a whole kerfuffle that happened. The patriotic sets weren't even supposed to happen this year because of all the chaos that's been going on. Color Street tried to do it, and it bombed. Like, dramatically bombed. And everybody was freaking out. They sold out within minutes. And as a stylist right now, we have the sun is like, whoa, neon. Anyways, the stylists right now, like me, I can only order 2 colors per thing. So if I want, you know, because typically I would order, you know, like 10 of those and then ask my Gidge Box people, hey, which one do you want? Or I'd order Flag Time Gal, because a lot of my Gidge Box people like the not sports seasonal items. So I was able to order 2 of each one. So one of these sold. Flag Your It did not sell at all, so I have mine, and I'll save that for another time because, you know, Memorial Day, Labor Day, plenty of other days to wear American flags. And this one, Star for the Course. I'm really hoping that they bring this one back as like just all the time to have, because it's gorgeous. Here's the thing. Last I checked, the patriotic sets are back up. Now I understand it's July 1st. But there are a million other days, or even next July, you can wear your patriotic sets. I'm just saying. This by far is my favorite holiday set that they've sent out this year. So now that I've shown those, I think that's it. No, that's not it. I was going to talk to you about a couple more things. Usually I don't do like my whole I'm a girly girl, let me show you what I do type stuff, because I don't. I wash my face when I take a shower. I don't do the whole morning 15 minutes of whatever it is that y'all do. Not all of y'all, but you know what I'm saying. Or, you know, the night regimen. I have a wipe. I wipe my eye stuff off and I go to bed. I know it's bad. I know it's fine. I'm trying. Okay? I'm trying to learn. So my nails have gotten stronger and longer. I won't say specifically because of Color Street, but Color Street has helped. So my nails have gotten longer and stronger. My thumbs keep breaking on me. I don't know what's going on. It's fine though. Whatever. First, I tried this jojoba oil. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Got it off of Amazon. And it's pretty much a multi, you can use it for anything. So if you have dandruff, it's good for the scalp. If you have dry, like I get really bad, I don't know if you can see them. I'm not flipping you off. Calm down. Like right along the side of my nail there, I get like calluses. Let's see if I can. Try again. See, like it gets really dry and then it hardens and it's kind of like a callus. And I think it's honestly from like me stitching or messing with cardboards or whatever. So this is supposed to help with that, and lovely to know. As a diabetic, I've realized my feet are really dry, which I should have known because I used to massage my mom's feet with lotion all the time because her feet were always dry. So I was using this on my cuticles, but I wasn't really noticing a difference. However, I put it on at night on my feet before I go to bed, and my feet they're not dry, which is nice, because I'm getting a little concerned, because my mom's heels used to crack really bad, and so she'd have a hard time walking. So I don't want to get to that point. I want to kind of nip it in the bud before that happens. So I've been using this. Working great. Next thing. Probably not something a lot of women talk about because we just don't talk about it. Let me just tell you, I'm 34. I'll be 35 next month. When? I don't know. I literally can never remember my birthday. My husband always tells me, hey, do you know what tomorrow is? I'm like, yeah, it's Thursday. He's like, yeah, it's your birthday. I'm like, oh, crap. Oh, survived another year. So, however, I'm going through a lot of hormonal things right now. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's pretty much since just before I found out I was diabetic, and it's kind of just steamrolled down from there. Baldness is a thing that I'm sure y'all have seen, and y'all are so polite and don't say nothing about it. My hair used to be so thick that I could take a hair tie and wrap it twice and was lucky not to break the rubber band. And now I can wrap the rubber band like 5 times around my ponytail. Not cool. So I've been using this Vegamore. It's a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie. Let me try again. Focus, Linda. Just go to vegamore.com. This stuff works. I would not lie to you. It works. Now, I'm a little bitter that a lot of the new growth that's popping in that look like little spikes out, they're all white. But it's fine. I can fix that. This stuff I will swear by, and I just ordered 3 more bottles. And I've had this, I started June 1st. So a month, and I'm just now hitting the bottom of the barrel. That stuff is amazing. My other friend, Kimmy, love her to pieces. She's a sister from another mister. She told me to buy this from Walmart. Hemp Daily Oil. Linda, stop it. I'm putting this on my cuticles and underneath my nails now. It's a little bit oily, but once you rub it in, it's not oily anymore, which is super nice. And I actually see a difference. I see a difference. I started using it, I haven't been using it that long, like the beginning of this week maybe? And I'm seeing the difference. Now, my nails are still, like, you can see my nails are, I don't know if you can see that. My nails are still super flimsy, and they bend super easy, but some of them are actually hardening up a little bit. So I'm going to give it more time, and I'm just going to keep trying it. See what happens. So yeah, this stuff for my feet, because I'm trying to take better care of myself, because I don't want any cuts or injuries. The nails, the hair, because let me just tell you, it was like, I thought maybe I was just losing my mind and that my hair was just falling out because it was just falling out. No, it's like I'm literally going bald, and like, that's not cute. It's not okay, and I don't accept it, so I need to fix it. And I talked to my doctor about it, and he's like, let's worry about these other things first. Then we'll worry about that. I'm like, no, this is a hormonal issue. I need help. Something's not right. My body is telling me something is off. Fix it. So, still want to go down that route and find out why it's doing its thing in the first place, because apparently this isn't supposed to happen until you're like 60-ish or possibly going through menopause. I've already been tested for premenopausal, and I'm not there yet. So, fix it. Dude, I did what you said. I took the medications. I am trying to lose weight. I'm down almost 20 pounds. Can I not lose my hair too? Because that's not cool. Again, we're now at 1 minute. 1 minute? Holy crapola. 1 hour and almost 14 minutes. I saw the 1. It's fine. If y'all made it this far and you hung out with me this far, y'all are freaking awesome. You're awesome. I don't even know if I can hang out with me this long. I mean, I don't really have a choice, but y'all are freaking awesome. Like I said, there's more haul to come, but it's fine. It's all in preparation for next year. So next year, I honestly don't anticipate buying much. Like, I'll still stick with my floss of the month and my fabric of the month, but did my fabric of the month? Oh yeah, it was hibiscus. Duh, we're in July. Hello. She hasn't sent it yet. Everything's fine. It's fine. Did you see it happen? It just panic. Okay. On that note, I'm going to bid you adieu and say farewell. Stay random. Don't kiss your projects, and I'll see you guys next time.